Hey guys, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Here's really the interesting thing. Like, obviously, I'm sure anyone watching this video has played the game, the Assassin's Creed games, and obviously they're fun, they're interesting, and everything. However, I don't think a lot of people know just exactly how actually pretty accurate the video games are. Obviously, the made up antagonists, Connor, Altair, and Enzio, those were all made up people. However, a lot of the people you interact with, not just in the third one, obviously everyone knows George Washington is real, and all those guys, but there's a lot of people that people aren't aware are real, and events that they aren't aware really happen, as well as the assassins and that order and the Knights Templar. This video is gonna touch briefly in some areas and more in depth than others about just how accurate the Assassin's Creed games have come to be. So without further ado, I'm going to start on the history of the Assassins and the Templars and their kind of battle between each other, and then we'll move on to the characters from the Assassin's Creed games. The word assassin today is used to describe someone who kills for political motivation. You would see that with the JFK assassination, and even someone like John Lennon. People say he was assassinated because he was such a high-profile person. So it's the killing of a high-profile person, and that was even the case back when the Assassin Order was founded in 1080 during the First Crusade. They were not motivated by money or love or they just random thrill of the kill. They had purpose behind the killing, and then they were used to kill people. Most people don't really realize the word assassin was coined by they were called the assassins. It's just like someone's called a football player now. That was their job. It wasn't like a normal word that was placed on them. Um, that was what the assassins were, and their main enemy was the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar, what they were was they were basically this kind of the secret police for the Roman Catholic Church in the First and Second Crusades, and they would go around. And they would kill basically either assassins or they would kill people that opposed the church. A lot of Muslims during the First and Second Crusades. Now the assassins they existed from around 1080 to 1260, and they were led by Rashid ad-Din Sahin, or otherwise known as Assassin's Creed 1 as Al-Mulin, which translates in Arabic to the teacher. He was alive till from 1132 to 1192, but he was really the first person that instigated the assassin order and led them in their cause. He set up their main base in Alamut, which is in the Middle East. However, they had hundreds of castles and hideouts of which they kept their records, their libraries. They had training centers. And however, in the Assassin's Creed 1, the castle looks almost nothing like it does in real life. In real life, it was burned and destroyed by the Mongols in about 1265, and that, like I said, that destroyed all the records of the assassins. It also destroyed the castle, and not until about 10 years ago did the countries that all their castles play host to did they start to try to rebuild and keep alive what's remaining of the buildings because they want to keep it for tourists as well as for history. While that was destroyed, there are records. Like I said, Marco Polo did that. However, also, like I stated, the Assassin Order was ended in about 1260. So that means that everywhere that Enzio goes in the Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, as well as Connor in Assassin's Creed 3, and the new one, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is set in 1715. Those aren't real assassins, and while the people that they meet are real, and while the events are real, and obviously the assassins, even if they did exist today, and some conspiracists do believe the assassin order has survived this whole time. None of the things that they did really could have put it in effect because, like I said, the assassins were wiped out 300 to 500 years prior to the gameplay of which it is set in. Another difference between the assassins in real life and the assassins in the game is the use of the hidden blade. There's no documents and no historical evidence to suggest and or prove that the hidden blade was ever used by the assassins or that it ever existed prior to Ubisoft's creation of the game. The weapons that the assassins used in real life were swords, and they used small daggers. They never used guns like they would in like they do in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Assassin's Creed 3, because not only would this create a tension and create a possible well, their own death. However, it would also give the possibility of the victim escaping the fate and possibly surviving. And so, by using daggers, they could both remain stealthy, which is the main goal of the assassins, and as well, they would be able to like ensure the succession of their mission. Much like in the game, which they get very accurate, assassins never targeted innocent civilians or animals. They just really, that would draw attention, and also they believed in anything that would make both the assassins and the Muslims' jobs easier and make their lives more beneficiary. So by killing random people on the streets, that would not be very beneficial to their cause, and it would just be a waste of their time and effort, really. That was one thing that Ubisoft really did well, and I also obviously did that so you don't just go Grand Theft Auto killing innocent people. The final downfall for the assassins came around 1250 when the grandson of Genghis Khan, Ube Kong, wanted to destroy the assassin order. Up until that point, the assassins hadn't meddled with Mongol affairs in Asia. They stuck to their little assassinations in the Middle East. However, once Mangge Kong wanted to spread Mongol rule and be more assertive, and he wanted to take over more of the world and push into the Middle East, the assassins were obviously then in his way, and thus had to be dealt with. And that's when he led the Mongols, and they destroyed the assassins' headquarters, they destroyed their records, and they killed off the assassins. And so by 1265, there were no more assassins left in the world, at least like fulfilling missions and going on assassination attempts. Around the same time, by the end of the Second Crusade, that's when the Templars started to fall out of favor with the Catholic Church as well. They were no longer needed; they were expendable at that point, and they had even been accused of treachery and conspiracy against the King of Spain. And so he did that just so that he wouldn't have to pay them. But the Templars, unlike the assassins, did target civilians. They did torture, rape, and pillage. So they were essentially Mongols. However, they were just dressed nicer, I guess. So they fell out of favor with the church, and they were targeted by not only the assassins at this point, but the church started to round them up and execute and excommunicate them. And civilians even got some of their own revenge because, like I said, the Templars weren't exactly favorable to civilians in the Middle East and in Europe. So that brought to the end about the assassins and the Templars. So, like I said, in the games, when the villains are Templars and the heroes are assassins, the Templars, while the Freemasons do want to claim that they are the Templars, next gen, I guess is the best word, next of kin. There's really no proof to support that. The Templars died out around 13 to 1400, and the Assassins died out about 150 years before them in about 1250 BD AD. I lied. So this is the end of the first video that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make at least one other video about all the real life characters and people that you meet in the Assassin's Creed series, and I'm gonna say how they died in real life if they did in fact were killed by the assassins. And then I'm gonna either make another video on the end of that video discuss real life events such as the Boston Massacre and how Ubisoft has incorporated real events into the game, and how the possible conspiracy theorists see how the assassin order could have played a factor in all the events such as the American Revolution or the election of popes. So please do like the video, please do subscribe. I'm going to make a lot more videos such as this. If you think I need to be more excitable, or you want me to change up my video type style, add more videos or add more word art or whatever you think will make it look fancy, please leave me a comment down below. Have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Game on. I don't know why I said that, I'm sorry.